Hey yo, it's Burke, and he's vlogging his life with Burke's 4 kids and his beautiful wife, and they take us through the journeys every day, and they're all just living in a beautiful way. You can join them in Mission Beach, or just watch from your computer screen, and it feels like we're there when his camera is out, cause Burke and his family in their whereabouts.
Hey guys, how are you? Sean here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Wanted to do a vlog about a subject that a little controversial, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you're parents, you might enjoy it, you may not enjoy it, but really it has to do with living your life as Christ would want you to live. And that means that you bring a little piece of heaven down here to earth. And that means that you do things that are sort of supernatural in a way, but the strength is coming from the Lord, so you'd expect it to be a little bit supernatural. So this happened with my son Connor. He was at a party a couple weeks ago. A kid came up behind him and hit him in the face and knocked him to the ground. I mean, literally got punched in the face without having any chance to defend himself. No words were exchanged, just a fist to the face. Connor got up off the ground, walked over to the kid, and shook his hand, put his hand out, shook his hand, and said, "I have no problem with you." And the kid proceeded to look at him and say, "See, I knew you were a pussy." And pretty much the fight stopped right there. We did everything we were supposed to do as parents. We went over to the girl's house, met with the parents, told them what had happened, at the party, called a police officer, and the consensus from everybody was that Connor should just go and knock him out. And the funny part about all this is Connor has been training as a boxer from one of the best boxers in the world, top 20 boxers in the whole world. And one-on-one, Connor could easily beat this kid up. But he did something supernatural. He brought heaven down to earth. And for that, I commend him. And it's very difficult. Being 41, you can look back and reasonably evaluate the situation and know that Connor did the right thing. But from Connor's perspective, when he woke up the next day and the days that followed, he felt a little bit, like his ego and pride was a little bit tarnished, and wanted to possibly beat the kid up anyway. And I kind of don't blame him. In fact, even the police officer, we did a police report, said that Connor should, realistically, because it's not going to go anywhere, should have knocked the kid out. So it's interesting to me. As a parent, what are your thoughts on this? I'm looking beyond just parenthood. We're looking at this as a spiritual issue, and in that Connor is setting himself up to be really a man of God and somebody that God can use to do amazing things, and which he already is. And so we're so proud of Connor as parents. I got to tell you, though, as a dad and as a man, I laid in bed for quite a few nights after that, sort of steaming and sort of fuming at the idea that somebody would harm my flesh and blood, my child. And also, what would I have done in that situation? But the bottom line is that we are to be lights in the world. Being a light in the world means sometimes doing things that are out of the ordinary. That means forgiving people that don't deserve forgiveness. It means helping people that don't deserve to be helped. It means a lot of things. So for Connor to do this, even though at the time he may not have realized what he was doing, at 15 years old, God used him in that moment to quite possibly change a culture. And the culture in that environment is that you can get away with anything. You can do whatever you want. But not very often does somebody go back to somebody who's harmed them and extend a branch, extend a hand, and say, "Listen, I don't have a problem with you, and we need to stop this." So Connor did that, and for that, I'm forever proud of Connor. It's not something he's completely done dealing with, and it's really affected him in a lot of ways, which rightfully so. But if you can look at things in life as spiritual opportunities, and you allow God to use you in a way that's bigger than yourself, you're going to do these kinds of things. It doesn't mean they're going to be easy. It doesn't mean that everyone's going to understand or respect even what you did. In fact, you might have less respect initially for the actions you take. But ultimately, our job is to love our neighbor as ourselves, to love the Lord and to love our neighbor. And loving our neighbors sometimes is doing things that we don't feel like doing and aren't very comfortable doing. And this is just a congratulations vlog to my son, who I'm so proud of, who turned the other cheek, who stepped up and was a man of God. And it's an encouragement to me, even as a parent, because I don't know what I would have done in that situation if somebody would hit me. My natural instinct would be to hit back. For him to have the composure, and again, when I say him, he's allowing God to work through him, and that's the difference. Sometimes people do great things and they give themselves a pat on the back. When a follower of Christ does something great, they give God a pat on the back, because we don't have the power to do that. It is God working through us for his purposes and his reasons. And if we listen and we're sensitive and we do what he asks, you could change the world. And there's lots of stories throughout history, even current history, of people that go out of their way to do something that's extraordinary, and it's only because the Spirit of God is working through them that they're able to do it. So I just wanted to mention this to you, both as parents and as kids, that if you're living your life for a higher purpose, if you're living your life for the Lord, it's not going to be easy, and it's not always going to be fun, and it's sometimes going to be extremely humiliating and a real strike to your ego. And but the bottom line is that's the right way to live. So the fruit will be there. It just may not be there right now. You'll see it at some point. Connor's going to see the fruit of his actions, and he already has seen a little bit of it. But the real fruit's going to come later in life, and it might come in a completely different way, a completely different form. But it was a result of him taking those actions at that moment. Excuse me. So anyway, just a short vlog to say I love you, Connor. I'm so proud of you. Mom and I are so proud of you as your parents. And we just hope you will continue to allow God to use you as he has. And you will have an amazing life ahead of you with all kinds of rewards and promising things because of your actions.